Peace, infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, we're out here, baby. We're in nature. Breathing in that good ass prana. How to get self-worth back super fast. We got a question in from a woman who said she's been beaten around by life experiences and she wants to get her self-worth back. What happens when life slaps you around the face a few times, kicks you into the trash can, pushes you down a hill, like just pushes you into a swimming pool when you're not expecting it? We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey rebuild or even build self-worth. I can relate to you, beautiful being, because there was a time where I said, this can't be life. I was eating cornflakes at one point in my life, looking inside the bowl at the cornflakes, saying, you've got a better life than me. What happens when we feel we hold no value to not only ourselves, but to the world around us? Do you know what that does to you? Mentally, emotionally, and physically? You put everything on hold. Do you want to go out? No. Do you want to do this? No. You now become so judgmental in every single thing you do. So the secret for me was realizing this. Ever gone to a movie and you're just totally watching the movie? Because the greatest coming back makes the greatest film. Sometimes you see the lead role getting knocked down, pushed around, and then they finally triumph in the end and you're like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Sometimes it doesn't always go so well, but most times it does. So the mindset which helped me was realizing, okay, I'm going against all odds. Right now, I'm in a huge predicament. Sometimes we can't pay the rent. Sometimes you got relationship problems. Animals disappear around you, cats and stuff. What are we going to do about it? Sometimes we just start seeing other people's Instagrams and say, oh my gosh, they've got millions of followers. I've only got like 30. We start comparing ourselves to other people. All of this impacts our self-worth. But you see, the reason why a lot of people have a lack of self-worth is because they don't really love themselves 100%. A lack of self-love is the root of all suffering. Let me repeat that. A lack of self-love is the root of all suffering. I know, because at one point, I didn't love myself. I would actually stare at myself in the mirror and say, what am I doing here? It was scary because I even didn't feel I deserved to be a human being. What happens when you feel you aren't worthy to be in someone else's company, but more so, you're not worthy to be in your own? You now start to spiral out of control. What brought me back into control? And how did my life change so rapidly? The greatest coming back makes the greatest film. Just remember that, future references. I had to start eating foods that made me feel extra sparkly. Because if you are doubting yourself, if you feel at your core you're not good enough, chances are the food you're eating is trash. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I know, because I used to eat terrible foods, greasy foods, slimy foods, ooh kind of foods. And guess how I used to feel? Like, ooh, just like the foods I was eating. 7-day vegan challenge. You become like the energy you surround yourself with. You have to become like the energy you want to attract to build self-worth. Let me repeat that. You've got to become like the energy you want to attract to build back your self-worth. So I surround myself with beautiful trees every single day. Palm trees, pepper trees, lemon trees. Lots of trees, baby. I love it. But at the same time, nature, I'm absorbing all of that energy. It's giving me so much confidence, so much self-worth. Compared to when I was just sitting in a room, it's dark and dingy. I didn't feel good about myself because once again, I wasn't aligning myself with the right energy, creating the right resonance. Now, what's your price, baby? What's your price? What's your price? What's your price? What's your price? A lot of us, we sell ourselves short. I used to do consultations. Consultations. $60 an hour. Then $90 an hour. Then it went up and up as I was building self-worth to say, wait a minute, we're connecting with over 500,000 people. I'm getting thousands of emails every single day. So my time is precious. And that's an hour I'm never going to get back. So I had to start placing value on my talent. And that is how to build self-worth. You've been told from a young child that all you have to do is be humble. And that's beautiful. Be humble. Be humble. Be humble. Are you humble enough? That's great. But that's the default. It's easy to be humble. It's a lot harder to develop humble confidence, which is knowing what you are worthy for on planet Earth. It's not about just turning the other cheek. I want to be confident. But wait a minute, I can't be confident because I got to be humble. I want to start this fashion company. But wait a minute, I can't do that because I got to be humble. So you got a subconscious belief that says you must be humble, which means you must have a lack of self-worth. Humble confidence is where you start to write in your journal all your achievements. Just off today. What have you done today that has made you say, yeah? No, yeah. Was it like more like, You see, that's the problem with building self-worth. That's the tricky part, because you've got to really focus on what is so good about yourself, the best parts of yourself and qualities. But if you aren't feeling good about yourself, what happens? You start focusing on that. Whatever you focus on grows. Therefore, you end up creating more of that. Therefore, you end up spiraling and adding to the vicious cycle. So what do we do about this? Every single day I'm listening to bossa nova music. Como vai você? I love it. I've been to Brazil twice. Gonna go for the third time. Gonna take you with me. Let's go. Pack the bags, baby. Okay. Ipanema Beach. Right ahead. You gotta have fun. Gotta loosen up, baby. It works like this. The ancient Egyptians knew that he who understands music understands, understands, and overstands the secrets of the universe. Music therapy is one of the best ways to build self-worth. If you are feeling depressed, anxious, like you don't even deserve to be alive, what happens? You might start playing music that echoes the same sentiment. So that's what I was doing. There was a time where I was having panic attacks. I was on the floor dribbling, drooling. You didn't want to see me. Old photos coming out soon. What happened? One day, I walked into a record shop and I was hearing this beautiful music. I said, "Who's singing?" Astral Gilberto. I said, "Wow. She's got an amazing voice." But she just made me feel a certain way, like all my problems had just disappeared for those 3 minutes. I was blown away. I said, "Goodness gracious, play me some more of that stuff." Started to delve into one of the greatest Brazilian composers, Tom Jobim, who wrote all the classic bossa nova songs, and his music really saved my life. It helped me rebuild self-worth. You don't have to do it alone. A lot of us say, "I'm going to fight the good fight." But you're probably going to get beaten up real bad because you need people in life. You need supporters, people to the left and people to the right. You aren't here to walk alone. You're here to walk with other people. Many times we get stuck. We get stuck because we keep reliving our past. A lot of us, we've had a traumatic childhood. And that's one of the main reasons people have a lack of self-worth. So when I work with people every single day, when I connect with millions, I'm always saying, you've got to learn how to tap back into the inner child even before the trauma happened. That's the secret to really becoming your greatest version, but more so self-actualization. You're looking all around the place. What happens when you're not focused? What happens when you crave someone else's life? Now, you're not living your own life. To build self-worth, you got to stay focused on what you are doing. You got to start creating a unique signature which can't be replicated. Because that way, there is no competition. There are no competitors. You are swimming in your own lane, in a league of your own, but also, while you're swimming, you're happy for people swimming to the left and right. You know, when I used to swim in the swimming pools, I was always looking to the left and the right saying, "Oh, I'm getting overtaken." And my self-worth was going whoop, because there was always someone faster than me. But when I actually focused and saying, "Gosh, I'm actually swimming and I'm pretty good for myself," that's all that matters, baby. We're trying to win approval every single day. We're trying to be validated. We're trying to get respect. But the secret to start cultivating love and respect is to start developing it within yourself. Nobody can give you it until you witness it and see it within yourself. We've been told a few things growing up which have stayed with us. We've been told we're no good. We've been told we're useless. We've been told it only happens to those people. If you choose to believe that, what is going to happen to you? You start taking other people's baggage. You start believing other people's opinions of yourself. How you see me has nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with you. Let me repeat that. How you see me ain't got nothing to do with me. Sorry. It's got everything to do with you. That means in building self-worth, if someone criticizes you, I've had so many criticisms over the years. Please don't do that intro. But once again, I didn't listen. And I'm so thankful I didn't, because I was just about to change the whole intro and there would be no peace. But I stayed with it. So you got to stay with it, even though people are going against you. When you stay with it, and then once you actually see what it's doing for you, like I am, over 530,000 subscribers. That's bonkers. Do you know how much influence that is in inspiring people? But also the limitless channels of expansion we are creating, changing lives, all because we stuck with it. Now we see it work, so we continue. And that's how it works. Start placing value on yourself by surrounding yourself with energy you aspire to embody, until eventually you start embodying it within yourself. Nobody said it would be easy. Coldplay. It's definitely not easy. Planet Earth is a university. I'm in the university. We're all enrolling in different classes here to learn. But once again, don't be too hard on yourself. That is how to build self-worth. See how far you've come, but more so realize this is just the beginning. So there you have it. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. We're out here in nature, infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace.